Hi, cyberspace. Today we're traveling to some small volcanic islands off the coast of Ecuador. They are most famous for a scientist who did some groundbreaking research on species and how they change over time. His name was Darwin, and although he's famous for studying finches, he was amazed by all of the animals he found on these islands. Let's go to the Galapagos. We are traveling by air down to Florida, and from there we'll take a flight to San Cristobal Island, the third largest and easternmost island of the group. The airport is located in Puerto Banquerizo Moreno, a town of 8,000 inhabitants, which is the capital of the Galapagos. This bay is home to the largest sea lion column in the archipelago, and as soon as we transfer to the docks, they greet us. The Galapagos Islands are famous for the unique wildlife and how unafraid of humans they are, and these sea lions are no exception. Now we will board a Zodiac and transfer to our ship that is at anchor in the infamous Wreck Bay. This evening we will have a briefing on the national park rules and philosophy. All of the rules in the park are about protecting the delicate ecosystem and the life that lives there. You must always be accompanied by a naturalist guide while in the park, and of course you have to stay on the trails. You need to maintain a distance of 6 feet from all wildlife, although sometimes that is hard to do. You may not take or buy any items from the park or made of banned substances, including coral, shells, lava, native wood, or animal parts. And don't forget to practice leave no trace. Don't leave anything behind when visiting the islands. First, we are visiting Española, and this looks like another world. The marine iguanas, which Darwin called hideous-looking and most disgusting clumsy lizards, pile together in groups which stink, and they belch salt water from their noses to rid their bodies of the salt. They are the only iguanas in the world that swim in salt water and eat red and green algae from the ocean. Also here we see sea lion moms and their babies. The babies follow us, trying to get our attention, and we have to keep backing away from them. This island also has nesting colonies of blue-footed boobies and Nazca boobies, as well as waved albatrosses. Following the rocky path takes us to a cliff edge where we can watch swallowtail gulls, boobies, and albatrosses ride the waves. Next, we visit the largest island in the chain, Santa Cruz. This island is home to the lush and cooler highlands of the Galapagos. Our drive takes us up to Los Gemelos, or the pit craters. As we take the trail along the craters, we see endemic vegetation as well as many of Darwin's famous finches. After our walk, we travel to Rancho El Manzanillo, which is located in the center of a giant Galapagos tortoise migratory route. We get to spend a lot of time exploring and photographing these amazing animals. Although tortoises are found on every island, we will see two distinct types. One is this low-shelled type that eats grasses that are common on this damper, humid island. On the drier islands, we will see that the tortoises have a taller, saddle-shaped shell that allows them to reach higher. They feed from bushes and low-hanging trees. Now we are visiting Cerro Dragón, or Dragon Hill. The marine iguanas are not the only iguanas in the Galapagos. Here we find the endemic Galapagos land iguanas. This population was almost wiped out by invasive wild dogs in the 1960s, but a successful retrieval and breeding program has allowed them to rebound. This drier island has a rugged terrain and forests of prickly pear cacti and incense trees. The next island we visit is Floriana, and it's an entirely different world, a rolling island dotted with extinct volcanoes amid scrubby vegetation. Punta Cormorant, our landing site, is a pretty beach, a favorite nesting site for green sea turtles, although there aren't any now this late in the season. Our walk takes us past a large salt pond where we see a flamingo fishing for small crustaceans, algae, and insect larvae. This island also has good snorkeling where sea lions tease us by pulling at our fins. Our next stop is Bartolome, which is a volcanic moonscape of spatter cones, tuff cones, and sooty lava flows. Not many plants can withstand the drought conditions found on this island. Our snorkeling this afternoon brings penguins, sea lions, and an amazing underwater experience. Our last day on the islands has come, and we are visiting Genovesa. This island has an almost overwhelming number of seabirds, from frigate birds to red-footed boobies to swallowtail gulls, storm petrels, and tropic birds. We visit Prince Philip Steps to a storm petrel colony, passing boobies and frigates along the way. We even spy 3 owls along this route, which is a surprise. This evening, we reminisce about the wonderful week we have had exploring these islands. Now that we have experienced them and their unique wildlife, we understand how important it is to preserve and protect them. It will be the passion and insistence of those who have been here to protect it for future generations.